What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about the energy for voucher for energy trade that has been very profitable for top players, and that is going away now. We know at the beginning of September, I believe September 3rd was listed on the recent announcement that vouchers for energy will no longer be available. And this is a big deal because I do believe that this is one of the main things that has been keeping the voucher supply from getting completely out of control. It is an absolutely great trade if you are at the top of the leaderboard, either in Wild or Modern. But let's take a closer look at the numbers here and what this is going to look like after it switches to DEC only, because we are going to need a rise in the SPS price in order to make it profitable. And I think we may just see less battles overall, which could get interesting because then the overall pool might go up, but I'll get to that at the end. So shout out to VetV. We're going to go to his account here. We'll look at recent battles, and just to show you guys what I'm looking at. All right, so Modern ranked, winning 32 SPS there, 32 SPS, right? So 33. Let's just go with 30 SPS just to make it easy, okay? Now, what I want to do is go over to Splinter Cards, and we can get a good idea of where the entire ecosystem is at, all the tokens. So at this point in time, if you are winning, let's just say 30 SPS per match, per ranked battle, that is, if I'm doing my math correctly, right, that's 15 cents in SPS, right? 30 SPS, SPS is half a penny, that's 15 cents. Whereas if you're spending vouchers for energy, vouchers are less than a penny, and it's only 5 vouchers. So you're making more than 3x, right? More than 3x the amount that it costs to get the energy. And if your win rate is 50% or higher, again, that's a massive opportunity for you. And this is probably why we're seeing so many accounts playing so many battles and earning so much SPS, and therefore kind of draining the pool, right? Like I was alluding to earlier. Once this switches over and vouchers are no longer available for energy, it's going to go to DEC. And we know that the cost for DEC is 500 DEC. And considering that DEC, we'll just say it's at 60% of its peg, right? So 500 DEC, if I'm doing the math right, so 500 DEC is roughly 50 cents. 60% of that would be about 30 cents. So now you can see where we're coming from. You're going to be winning 15 cents worth of SPS, but you have to pay 30 cents worth of DEC. It's not a good trade. It's a negative trade, right? So at that point in time, and I'm just trying to keep the numbers here easy, which they've kind of worked out to a certain extent, we would need SPS to do essentially 2x. We would need SPS to get back to a penny, and that wouldn't even be for a great opportunity. That would just be to break even, assuming you win, right? Usually I like to see a 2x there in order for people to take advantage, because if you have a 50-50 win rate, then it's like, okay, if you're winning double the amount that you paid, but you're winning every other game, then it all equals out in the end, right? And you earn more glint, which can be in turn used for more energy, right? Free energy in a sense. So all of that stuff essentially compounds on itself. So that's where we're looking at for this. I think the next price target, in order for us to get massive amounts of energy, right, or we should say DEC burn for energy, is going to be whenever SPS gets to a penny or higher. Or if DEC collapses even further below its peg, then sure, that could represent some opportunities. But DEC would have to go so far below peg, and I cannot imagine a scenario in which DEC goes down further, but SPS stays the same, right? Because they kind of go down in tandem, which means at the end of the day, like that trade is, it's a moot point, right? That trade is just going to be proportional all the way down, as it will all the way up until DEC hits its peg and hopefully SPS hits the flywheel. But that is where I'm thinking through things right now. And one of the good things, just to close out this video, one of the good things that may come from this is if people are playing less battles because they're not using the energy kind of trade here, that could mean that there would be more SPS for the rest of us, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people like looked at, okay, all the bot accounts left Wild, for example, or whatever the case is, and it's like, oh, I'm still not winning that much SPS, right? Especially on the Wild side. But that's because if you look, and let's actually do this. Let's go over to, I don't know how much they're winning on the Wild side, but I do know that they did have a significant amount, but let's actually put some numbers to it. So let's see who's at the top of the Wild leaderboard. Let's go check this one out. I don't even know who this is, but we can see how much they're winning in terms of SPS. So 13 SPS. So at this point in time, it's still, I mean, what is that? You're winning roughly 6 cents, right, worth of value, 6 to 7 cents worth of value, and you're paying less than 5 cents. So at this point in time, this person is going to, I mean, the trade will no longer be available. So anybody playing in Wild, you're looking at this, right? You get roughly, if I'm doing the math right, it's 24 battles a day times 15 days, right? So it's like 360 battles a season in terms of the energy that you get. You can see people here are playing 800 battles, 800, 600, 400, 500, 600, right? So like, all these folks are making use of this, as they rightfully should, right? This is the type of incentive that we want to see because they're burning vouchers. But vouchers at the end of the day are unlimited, right? And this is why we're moving and pushing towards giving them a very specific utility rather than just a discount everywhere. Because now what we need to do is get the game economy back to a place, right? Specifically DEC, well, specifically SPS, although getting DEC back up to peg would be good. At this point in time, we need to see SPS start to shoot up a little bit higher. And therefore, like I said, because there's less people dipping into the pool, right? All these top players, JPAL, Orcus, like they're all dipping into the pool like for 2 to 3 players worth of games, right? In terms of the amount of battles that they're playing and probably the associated wins that come with it. And so therefore they're dipping into the pool and they're dipping at the highest level because they have the SPS staked and they're playing in Champion 1. So this should actually increase things for the rest of us for the time being and should make things interesting in my opinion. But that's just a little theory I have, a little analysis on where things are at right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.